This is Wakenaam, an agriculture community with a population of just over 1,000. This week, West Side Story's main focus is on this beautiful island. The main items produced in Wakenaam are rice and coconuts, which are sold at the Parika market for profit. There are 4 primary schools, 1 secondary school, 3 health centers, 1 hospital, 1 police station, and 1 power station on the island of Wakenaam. Hello again, Guyana, and welcome to this week's edition of West Side Story. As you know, West Side Story is a program designed to highlight some of the developmental projects by the government of Guyana in various communities across Region 3, of course, and that is on the west side. I am Malika Ramsey. Stay with me this week as I take you through a journey on the island of Wakenaam. And this week, we will begin at the Nikredat Nursery School. This is West Side Story. Of course, as you would remember from our first edition, Wakenaam, the island of Wakenaam, is one of the communities in which the APNU AFC councillor, Mr. Perry Bearbal, has responsibility for, and he will tell you about the beginning, the focus on today's first project, which is the Nikredat Nursery School. Perry, welcome again. Welcome back to West Side Story. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Malika, and I want to welcome you and your team to Wakenaam, this beautiful island. And it's good that you could have taken the initiative to showcase our government, good life for all people. And this is one of the projects that came into born within the 6 months, which will enable a good life for the children. And Malika, I want to just tell you that the residents in here are so passionate to get into this building. They're so passionate for the support they have received from the government because this was a long-awaited project. And about looking at direction, gone are the days when there would not be any bat infestation falling on them. They're gone are the days when it would not leak anymore. And it's very conducive for learning.
Okay. And viewers, you will hear from some of those same residents and some of those parents who are passionate and ready to have this school open. But on a lighter side, Perry, in some of us who live in Region 4 and other areas, some of us say Wakenaam, while others say Wakenaam. And of course, viewers, I did say that this is on a lighter side of the program. What is the word? Is it Wakenaam or is it Wakenaam?
Wakenaam.
Wakenaam.
Waiting for a name.
That is the meaning of it.
Waiting for a name.
All right. So viewers, you see, you learned something else right here on West Side Story. Of course, stay with us. This is just the beginning of this week's edition of West Side Story. Rehabilitation works on the Nikredat Nursery School began in October of this year and lasted for about 6 weeks. The children who attend the school come from about 6 different villages spread across the island of Wakenaam. Parents and the school's head teacher, Sweeney Hartman, expressed gratitude to the government of Guyana for rehabilitating the school that has been a state of disrepair since 2008 under the previous PPPC administration. And I am here now with one of the parents of these little ones who are really and truly happy to have their school back so they can be much more comfortable. Now a parent is going to tell you the benefits of it and how well it will do for her child or children. Welcome to West Side Story.
Hi. I am Salome Prasad, the PTA treasurer of Nikredat Nursery School. I just want to say thanks for everything that had been done, and we really appreciate it, and everything was well done, and we okay with everything.
The nursery school at Arville was in a poor state, and thanks to this new administration, we have renovated the building, and the parents and guardians feel so happy about having this building renovated. I must say thanks to the government. For the 6 months in office, they have done a lot for this community here in Nikredat. Build a new secondary school. It was bat-ridden, leakage in the buildings, and all such like. So I appreciate the effort that this previous administration has done for this building here today.
Was there a substitute building before? Well, the school, where were the children housed before?
They were housed here, but after renovation, they had to go across to the primary school. But they're coming. But here is more suitable for them. You understand? Because the toilet facilities are accustomed to their normal small children toilet and washroom facilities and so on. But going up that step, coming down, anything could have happened. But I got to thank this administration for what they have done to renovate this building for us. We got a perfect building, but all we have to do is take care of this building and hope that it won't lapse again.
My name is Delnika Tom, and I'm the chairperson of Kinderen School. And we want to thank you for renovating our building. It's not like before, as the person has spoken before. And the roof is much more better off. And the flooring, our child, don't have to sit in back down, or when the rain falls, we don't have to set bucket or tub. And one more thing, we also would like that through the relevant authority that in front there could have some sand or filled in for the children. Yes, the outdoor activities. In fact, we have a ball field, very well, but when the rain falls, and you could take a look outside there, the condition of it, the children can go outside to do their have their outdoor games. So in terms outdoor games like playing balls or whatever, yes. So we would like in front there to have some sands or whatever.
All right. Okay, good. Final thing before I let you go. When are the children expected to be relocated back here? How soon from now?
Good question. Very well. We are waiting on an answer, but we would like to come back here before the school reopens. We would like our building for our children because they're not, they want to move about. We have other stuff, and then we want to get things in order as we have in the parents to assist right now. We would like it soon as possible.
And finally, on this part of this edition of West Side Story, where we're focusing on the rehabilitation works for the Kinderen Nursery School, it is a pleasure for me to be speaking with the head teacher, Ms. Soini Hartman. Soini, welcome to West Side Story. And tell me about the rehabilitation works, how you've been convenienced before, how your students have made out, and how this will improve the conditions and the situations as we go forward.
Thank you very much, Malika. First of all, I must say welcome to you all to this our wonderful island of Wakenaam. I must say that I'm very much thankful for the work that has been done at our school. Before time, Kinderen Nursery School was a school that had been forgotten. This school was bat infested. Times when the rain fell, we will have to put tubs, buckets. The cleaner will have to go about wiping the children's table because it was very leaky. So we are very thankful for the relevant authorities who came on board and renovated this school. It will be very much more conducive for learning. I'm sure that my classroom can change to any position. My teachers will not be afraid of the bad dust. It will be very healthy for the children, and the parents will be very happy.
Okay, just one other thing. How long was it in that dilapidated state before the rehabilitation work started?
Well, I came to Kinderen Nursery School as a trained teacher in 2001. We were being housed at the Arteville Primary School in a classroom.
All of that is here, right here on the island of Wakenaam.
Yes, in the same compound that we are in is the Arteville Primary School. In 2008, we were being relocated to this building, which was once the home economic department of the Arteville Primary School. From 2008 to 2015, we were in that situation.
Okay. All right. Well, we hope that the improvement, indeed, the rehabilitation works will do a whole lot for you. And I know in this case, I can speak on behalf of government. You can expect more developmental projects and so on, not only in this area, but on the island of Wakenaam in general. Thank you very much, Ms. Hartman.
Thank you very much.
The next stop on the island of Wakenaam was a village called Maria Joanna. The focus there was developmental works to prevent flooding. West Side Story now takes you here in the village of Maria Joanna, still here on the island of Wakenaam this week on West Side Story. And of course, Perry Bearbal will tell me all about what's happening here in terms of protecting what is already there in terms of sea defense. Perry, let's talk about what's the works now that we're seeing here going on in Maria Joanna.
Malika, if you would look in the river, we are facing the Atlantic Ocean. And this area we're standing here is very vulnerable for flooding. Over the years, the people have been flooded out here. The household equipment, the house have been damaged, their goods, their crops, livestock. So government have took the initiative for this short period of time to see it fit to make the residents of Marijuana be very comfortable with pertaining to flooding. And so today we have this project ongoing, which is about 243 meters of work. This is just a part, but the resident is very thankful that something has started here today. Because finish this riprap here today, this portion of village would not be flooded anymore, and people could be comfortable once more.
How long has this village been flooding?
This village has been flooding for the past 23 years. Complaints and complaints, and nobody take heed. But only one time since this government took office, I reported to Comrade Harmon about this area flooding, Marijuana. And he said that he would take a keen interest into it. And today we can stand proudly to say that he has stand to his word to ensure that this city defense will be building.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you, Perry. Resident Margaret Ramsey will now tell us about how this project will benefit the community as we go forward. Let's hear from her now. Welcome, Margaret. Welcome to West Side Story. Let's talk about the project and so on, and how you and your neighbors and the other persons of the village expect to benefit.
Well, we can benefit good because at least we won't get flood. Because I get flood a couple of years, must be a year or two back. And nobody didn't come to say anything, but they can benefit. We are great lot, and we're thankful for what's going on here. And the next thing we got thinking, I know we gonna get road, right? But then the tractors and the trailers, when they pass, the dust, and we gotta drink the water on the house. That was get the dust, right?
So you're asking government and councillors and so on to intervene in there?
Yes, intervene into the matter.
Thank you very much, Margaret. APNU AFC Councillor Perry Beerbow then took us about 3 miles away from Marijuana to the Wakenaam Cottage Hospital, where renovation works were just completed. We're now here at the Wakenaam Cottage Hospital. This room that we're standing in is one of the rooms in the recently renovated maternity ward of the Wakenaam Cottage Hospital. Perry Beerbal again is here, and he will tell you all about the works. He will even talk a bit about the hospital, how long this building has been standing here, and so on. Perry, let's talk about the recently renovated maternity ward here at the Wakenaam Cottage Hospital.
Well, Malika, you have said this is the Wakenaam Cottage Hospital. It's situated at Belle Plaine, Wakenaam. And this building that we are standing here in is a proud product of the People's National Congress, who built it years ago when we were in government. Suffice to say, after those years, this building have deteriorated to a very bad extent. But within the 6 months of the APNU government and our comrade leader, he used this platform on a good life for people. And so we were able to ask the government for renovation of this building. The space we have here now is that this bigger space for delivery. It was very choked and cramped, and it was not accessible for nurses to do what they had to do. So that this refurbishing of this building is not refurbished because you want to look good, but it's good for health also, because there was bat infestation. It was old and dreary, but today we can stand proud to say yes, the Wakenaam people in the health sector have achieved something good to have a good life. The working condition here would encourage the nurses and the entire staff to work in a very comfortable atmosphere. Patients come here, they will feel relaxed and comfortable.
About how many patients can the maternity ward of itself, because I know there was also some renovations done in another ward, but the maternity ward of itself, how many patients, how many mothers, how many women can it hold at one time?
Well, when we look at Wakenaam, the population, I think we have about 10 beds up here, and that is enough to have mothers. But what is important at this time is that we are all so happy to know that at Wakenaam Cottage Hospital, we are well equipped with enough medications. We always have in surplus, and we don't make joke. Health for people is our priority in this government. And we have enough. At this point in time, I'm standing here to speak, that we have extra medication, and we continue to have that extra medication.
Another West Side community that was recently in the spotlight is the village of Kinderen, where a bridge that will benefit the entire community was commissioned. Village elder Sylvanus McKend spoke of the benefits of the new bridge.
This means quite a lot because over 2 years, having been a councillor, I was trying to get this bridge done. I couldn't get it because I saw the trend, all right? What the local authority was getting to just look after their own people. And it's only now that since the PNC came in, right, and advised people they can form themselves in a cooperative society and do self-help to build this bridge.
This week, West Side's story also takes some time to focus on the West Demerara Secondary School's 2015 graduation ceremony. Minister of State Joseph Harmon, who holds responsibility for the West Side and is a product of the school, delivered the feature address to the graduating class. The address and the charge by the Minister of State came at an appropriate time as the school also recently celebrated its 50th anniversary.
I am also humbled by this opportunity to be here today. For this is where not only I return to my old school, it is a visit to my home, my village, who join my district and my region. This is from where I came, my roots, the school, these premises that I played on, they're all very dear to me and have made me who I am today. And I am very proud to be that person that came out of the West Demerara Government Secondary School. I am also proud to be part of a government that is committed to making Guyana an education nation. To spare no effort to commit the resources and to do all that is necessary to make our education system the best in the Caribbean, if not further afield. In this regard, we've already commenced a program to ensure that soon every school child will be transported to school free of cost, and that no child should be in school hungry or improperly attired. Today is the day of our graduates. I want to congratulate you, the class of 2015. Again, I'm honored to be here on your special day to celebrate with you the benefits of education and perhaps more obvious when you successfully graduate. The past 2 years would have been full of challenges, hard work, and you would have had to to persevere. These life lessons will benefit you in the future. You have learned to learn. You have learned real skills and can demonstrate your expertise in many subjects. These will benefit you and you must build on them. I hope that your success thus far will make you hungry for greater academic achievements. You are at the most critical juncture in your life. You can opt for the world of work, or you can, on the other hand, opt for higher academic pursuits. Whatever you choose, I urge you to keep studying. Take it from me. It is hard to recommence studying once you stop. It is difficult, hard. Therefore, keep going, ever trying to develop yourselves. As you do so, go on, I urge you, to remember your beginnings, remember whence you came. Remember your school. Remember those who helped you, the Almighty God, your parents, your teachers, your fellow students, even your detractors, who sometimes don't want you to succeed. All of them help you. All of them help in building strength and in building character. Be grateful and thankful for all of them. And that what you have done, what you have acquired here today, is a humble achievement.
And this ends this week's edition of West Side Story, where our main focus was right here in the island of Wakenaam. Thank you very much for joining us, and do remember to join me for another edition of West Side Story. I am Malika Ramsey. Do take care.